We are live. We are live.
Woohoo!
Yay! As you could maybe tell, we have more than just a single person here this evening. We have guests. It's not just Gwen still. We have guests from out of town, and we almost had one more guest, but he had to get to his boat. So big shout out to David. Hopefully you're getting a chance to watch this. If not, you'll watch it later, so shout out to you anyway. So there. So what are we going to do? This is the 100...
Sleeping right where we're sitting.
Yes. There used to be a bed right there, yeah. So a couple of things that we're going to celebrate is like having friends over, having friends that are actually willing to come visit you. That's always a good thing, a good sign. Two, we have developed a brand new relationship. Yes, we are poly. There's a new individual or new thing in our relationship. Yes, Star and I have developed a relationship with Witco. That's right, we took possession of some brand new Witco furniture. Well, of course, there's this, there's the reason that we don't have to go to work on Tuesday, which enabled several people to actually like extend and be able to come out and that sort of thing. So, yeah, that little event celebrating the American Revolution. Yes.
And baseball tomorrow.
And baseball, that's right. So we get to go see the Nats play the Reds. So the team I used to cheer for is playing the team I now cheer for, and I'm coming out on the losing end of this in all probability. Yeah.
Go Reds!
I can't say go Reds. I just can't. I cannot do it. I can't do it anymore.
As a Braves fan, I
can't
can say go Reds, yes.
So usually we start off with a toast. And we're going to do the same thing this evening, except that we do have a largely non-drinker amongst us. And I did not think through the toast for the non-drinker. Oh, right, we can do this. We can do this. So so first of all, as you know...
Western International Trading Company.
Western International Trading Company, Witco. Yep. All right. So some time ago, Gwen brought us stuff because she brings us stuff.
She is our mule.
I'm not saying what she brings us,
It's tribute.
but I have this box here that we have not opened that says Los Angeles Distillery on it. I'm not saying these things are connected in any way, shape, or form. But in this box are a series of tasting bottles. There is bourbon whiskey, aged 18 months. There is straight bourbon whiskey, aged 3 years. There is straight high rye bourbon whiskey, but not high enough. Wait, this has been opened. I did open this box. We did taste it. Oh my gosh.
We did taste it.
And we have the LA Basin, yes, we have the rye whiskey. Let's just shut up and drink, because then I'll be better. All right.
I agree.
Things will be better. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do a round of tastings here.
Elizabeth says, howdy you all.
Howdy, Lisbeth.
Bruce says, loving the new furniture. Yes, we will show it off later.
Yes, we will. Okay, so...
Bruce remembers us doing things with LA Distillery things.
Was he here for that?
No, I think
okay. All right, he just has a better memory than me.
Yeah.
Sweet, because he wasn't tasting the bourbon, I guess.
Right, that could be. All right. So I have a reason why we're going to be toasting with whiskey this evening, and that's because there was a request by someone for a whiskey sour.
One of the guests
One of the guests, in fact.
that came from hundreds of miles away.
But she's not the furthest
No.
that a guest has come
That'd be
this
nice.
week.
Oh, damn.
And you can make, so the request was for a whiskey sour. So we're going to do a whiskey sour for her. But you can do a whiskey sour with bourbon. You can do a whiskey sour with rye. You can do a whiskey sour with a high rye bourbon, which is what that is. But I got no real preference here, so I thought what we would do is we would taste several of these and come up with we're going to use that one. However, our guest that is not going to be sipping away at whiskey is going to be sipping some Seedlip Grove 42, which you can't say that this is a rum replacement, but this is a distilled non-spirit with citrus flavors to it. So it should be quite tasty. There's no alcohol in this. You're quite safe in that regard. All right. So do I have any takers for the bourbon, the regular old bourbon?
I'm coming.
Star wants the bourbon.
I'm slow today. I'm sorry.
All right. We've been working hard.
Been doing all kinds of
Walking
different
up and
things.
downstairs of townhomes. Good.
So you want the bourbon?
I want the bourbon.
Okay, here's your bourbon. Who would like the straight aged 3 years bourbon?
Me.
Okay. You want to take this over?
No,
Or should,
I'm
no,
just
we're
gonna-
going to bring them all up. We're going to bring them all
We're
up.
gonna bring them all up.
Put your shit down and get over here.
Hey. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille.
and we'll be drinking straight bourbon.
You gotta scoot in.
Scoot in, scoot in. And here is Jen behind the plant. She will be drinking the Seedlip.
I'm the plant. Yes.
She back up, and then here is Gwen, and Gwen has her choice. You can have actual rye, which means this is over 50% made from rye, or you can have this high rye bourbon, which is made with corn and rye, but not over 50% rye. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not sure about the whole rye thing.
Salud.
Salud.
Cheers.
Cheers. Toast to friends. Jen's like, no.
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 No. I'm spitting
Okay.
that out.
All right. So
That face.
you don't need to have any of that.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good too.
Good.
That needs
Good. Yes.
Yes.
Good. Like really. Gwen.
fire water. Good. Yes.
Okay.
Star. Not like bourbon. Star not like
It's
bourbon.
it's good for bourbon.
And I've got the
wanna
I've got the actual
Taste
rye.
the bourbon
Rye.
to
Yeah.
rinse that out of your mouth.
This is the actual rye. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I like this. I really like this. This is
Try
all.
not to bring back bad booze. Because I know I'll never hear the end of it.
Okay.
And you will
better.
as
You
soon as
will,
it goes in the punch. Yeah.
We're done now?
So you liked this one better,
Yes.
and that was
The
the
aged one.
the aged one.
The aged one.
Yeah. Well, that may not happen.
Does that mean I have bad taste? Or what?
No. What it means is I don't think I have 2 ounces of it.
Oh, okay. Sour then.
Right.
Okay, got it.
So we're going to start off with the special request, which is in fact the whiskey.
Something else I'm good at. Finding things that no one else knows about.
And
That's it.
usually there's not, usually it's not a bad thing that people haven't heard of it. It's like there's a reason nobody's heard of this stuff.
Bruce
but-
says hi, Ann. Amanda says hi, Ann.
Hi, Amanda.
All right.
Hi, Bruce. Hi, Amanda.
So proportions on a whiskey sour, they vary. Typically, any sort of sour is going to be, you guessed it, some level of citrus for the sour, some part of sweet, which is usually simple syrup, and then your alcohol. The alcohol level should remain the same, should be 2 ounces of your alcohol in a whiskey sour. But you can play around with the amount of citrus and sweetness. The lowest I've seen is a ½ ounce of each. I generally prefer to start at 3/4 of an ounce. We already have a hand up. Oh my gosh, just
Elizabeth
interrupted
says,
me.
I vaguely remember hearing a former guest, I'm guessing that was John Schott, say the Seedlip does not make a good shooter. Perhaps that's why there's the face.
Yes, but I was stumbling. It's like, I need something for Jen. Here, let me give her
Amanda says
something that'll make a face. No. All right, so what are we going to do? So for a whiskey sour, whiskey and lime is okay, but whiskey and lemon is a much better combination.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go with 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice here. Okay, scant 3/4 of an ounce, because I need lemon juice for other things. And then we are going to reach over and we are going to grab some of our simple syrup, and we're going to go in equal proportion of that. You like things sweet? You like them sour? You want them well balanced? She doesn't care. She don't care.
I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, so I have nothing to compare it to.
You will now.
Yes, I will.
And everybody liked their little taste of whiskey. So there was no faces made other than the Seedlip. Unfortunately, the one that Anne liked best, the straight bourbon whiskey, there is not 2 ounces left in this bottle, and I don't want to actually mix between these whiskeys. That would.
Want to waste it either.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with what was actually my favorite, which is the rye whiskey, because this is a really smooth rye. I almost don't want to use it so that I can keep it for myself.
Aw, what a good friend you are.
There's 1 ounce. There's 2 ounces. Next up, last of the ingredients, because we've got the whiskey, we've got the sour, we've got the sweet component. Whiskey sour uses egg white, because whiskey sour is traditionally served with a foamy head on it. So what I've done here is I've cracked an egg and made sure that we just have the egg white in there, and just taken a tiny little whisk to break it up a little bit, and we're going to put that in there just like that. Now there are 2 ways that you can go about shaking these cocktails, but when you're doing a whiskey sour or anything that has an egg white in it, you want to do a dry shake at some point. And whether you do the dry shake and then do a wet shake or vice versa is just sort of personal preference. So what I'm going to do is I am actually going to do my usual, which is what's called a reverse dry shake. So I'm going to add ice to this, shake it, pour it out, pour the ice out, and then give it a dry shake. So let's get started on that. And the intent here is to get that nice big foamy head on your cocktail. So got that. I need some ice. There we go. Got some ice. Ice.
Ice,
Don't
ice.
say it. Don't say it.
Go ahead and try and not say it.
And then we're going to give this a shake. We're going to make sure this seals, and then we're going to give it a shake. So let me point out that the individual that has requested this cocktail is of female gender and persuasion.
Cisgendered, yep.
And usually a whiskey sour is something that most of your unenlightened would consider a man's drink. Earlier this week, we attended the farewell concert of the Misbehavin' Maidens. They are no longer a singing group, which means I am now cut off from my primary source of buttons, like this one, that say, drinks don't have a fucking gender.
Yeah!
Drink whatever you want. If you're a big hulking dude and you like pink fruity drinks, drink them. And if you like this whiskey sour, drink it. If you don't like it, pass it to someone else that will drink it.
Elizabeth asks,
Yes. What does Elizabeth ask?
is the reverse shake so the shaker is cold and more likely to form a seal?
Why, yes. Yes, it is. Oh, my microphone is over here. Let's move it over here. There we go. So that was a nice softball question. So if you add ice to this, so there's a little bit of a foam here, but if you do the dry shake first, you build up a foam, you throw the ice in, and then the ice just blows apart the foam, so you don't get as nice a head on there. I'm like really fond of having a nice frothy head on this. And so what I've done is the reverse dry shake. Now my tin here is now cold. The air inside here is cold, which should help to hold this together because the cold air creates vacuum in the inside, and that's much better for you because you're creating foam, which is expanding. So if you want this all over the place, yeah. You want to give this a good hard shake. Ugh. We don't want to do that too many times. Whew. There is always the chance that there'll be some weird eggy bit in the in this. So generally these things are dry. That's what I'm looking for. Double strained.
Double strained.
Strainer. And this is a whiskey sour.
We get to watch her face when she tries the drink she requested.
Now, the whiskey sour should sit for a moment while it develops the head and separates out. So it's going to be a moment. And in the meantime, you can put those in the sink for me. Work for your drink, woman.
Yes.
And just like with something like a pisco sour, not pisco sour. You can dot the top of this with any kind of bitters that you would like. Angostura is the traditional. If you go to a bar and they're dotting the top of a whiskey sour, they'll be dotting it with Angostura. But yeah, that's a pretty thick head on that. Yeah, so let's just let that sit a little bit. Here, this is your glass. You can rinse that too.
Thank you.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Isn't that special?
So I'm going to reach in. I'm actually going to garnish this for you.
Oh.
And usually with whiskey type drinks, orange makes a very nice garnish, or a very nice addition to the flavor profile.
Especially
And so-
since it's citrus.
This is an orange twist coming out of syrup. We're just going to set this, hopefully. Nope. Nope. We're just going to let.
Sticks like a stone.
Ooh, I'm going to call this the Titan.
Titanic.
Too soon! Too soon! I love it when I hear that sound. All right, here you go. Here is a whiskey sour.
Thank you. That is good.
That is good.
That's
Excellent.
good.
May I?
Certainly.
Yes, I go. Oh God, what did I do? Ah. Yep, that's a whiskey sour.
There you go.
That's what it tastes like.
Nice job.
There you go.
All
I
right.
know.
Are
Thank
you-
you for expanding my horizon.
Are you going to be ordering those in the future?
It's possible. Depends on where I am.
And you could do that with pretty much any base spirit. You could do that with tequila, in which case you're looking at a Tommy's margarita that happens to have a head on it for whatever reason. You can do it with rum. It would make a fine little rum drink. Be a daiquiri with a head on it. The reason you're using the egg white here, though, is to get a creamier mouthfeel from the whiskey, whereas something like a margarita or a daiquiri, you're looking for that light, crisp mouthfeel. You're not going to get that from the whiskey, and so having it be sort of light would make it feel like it's kind of a weak, watery drink, whereas the egg white there really changes that. So there you go. And now you can really see the separation after you've given that a moment or two to rest. See? Ta-da! Looks like a beer!
A badly
Which-
poured beer.
Which is about the closest I will ever get to drinking a beer.
Aw.
Yeah, beer. Blah.
Okay.
Beer bad. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Anne.
Thank you.
Are we ready for a room tour?
We could do a room tour while I'm putting away this stuff. Yeah, we
Okay.
could certainly do that.
So I am going to dislodge the camera from the
So if you are at all motion sick prone, you might want to close your eyes for a moment. Just saying. All
So I
right.
think this is going to be easier if I just take this out.
Whoa!
I am
Oh my
attached to a
God!
cable, so we'll
my
see how
God.
we do. So this is the piece that is in front of the bar.
The wooden piece, not the cabling, not
Right,
the yeah.
right.
Great, you get to see behind the scenes here.
Bars.
And then this is the new buffet. With
Woohoo!
the tiki collection in it.
You could do closer up and show off some of the tiki mugs.
Good.
I do want to say to several folks that have either given us tiki mugs or we have bought tiki mugs from, if you do not see your tiki mug in there,
There's a second case.
there's a second case on the landing that has the rarer or more hard to replace. So for instance, we have a couple of Tiki Cat mugs. We can't get a Tiki Cat mug anymore. Tiki Cat went out of business. Those are not in this case. They are up there, right? So that's the sort of thing that's in that other case. These are things that we are likely to grab and use.
I found my tiki mug today.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, excellent.
I know it's a going away gift. So.
Ah. All right. So part of what we are also doing this evening.
So we have a few comments.
Oh,
we have
no.
a comment from
Oh
so,
no! Comments.
At an outdoor bar in my hometown, I had a bartender make a whiskey sour for someone.
Uh-huh.
They had never had it before and were amazed at how the egg changed the mouthfeel.
Absolutely. But then again, if you throw an egg white into something, you kind of expect it to change the mouthfeel on, a liquid drink, right?
That's what angel food cake is.
Right.
Egg white.
So there you go. So you can think of that as having a really damp piece of whiskey-infused angel food cake. How's that?
That's it. That's precisely what this is.
And given how absurdly humid it is outside,
Oh my God.
that's pretty much, if you were serving angel food cake, it would be that, right? Yeah.
Crock pot?
Go back to Sri Lanka. It's more humid there, I tell you.
All right. What else? What you said there were comments.
No, I was
You were lying.
lying.
Okay. All right.
She was lying again.
Yep. All right. So one of the other things that we are going to be doing with friends is that we are going to be throwing a tiki party, and not for a couple of weeks. So unfortunately, our out-of-town guests are not going to be here for it. However, usually starting a couple weeks before the party, I start throwing together cocktails as potential things to serve at the party. And I am always looking for ways to use bits and pieces of my bar collection that, let's just say, I'm not likely to be using in large amounts just for my own taste. How's that? Is that that's a way to say that? All right. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be tasting one of those drinks, and it looks pretty straightforward. So we're going to start with so this is a play off of Trader Vic's Wahine cocktail, which is called the Pake Wahine. And so we're going to give that a try. We're going to go 1 ounce of simple syrup. What did I do with the simple syrup? I just had it. It's right here in front of me. But of course, there are people drinking here, so I have to make a double, right? So that's 2 ounces of simple syrup.
Please.
I may run out of simple syrup. That's going to be fun. Never mind. I mean, don't worry about me running out of simple syrup. There are plenty of other syrups back there that I can just play around with and substitute, and we'll just have a good time. All right. Woohoo! All right.
We expect nothing less.
All right. So simple syrup. That's easy enough. 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. Okay. Do we have lemon juice? We do. So double that would be a full ounce. Right? 1/2 plus 1/2. All right. Denominator stays the same. You add the top numbers. You get 2 over 2. That's 1. That reduces down to 1. Kids stay in school, learn fractions, make cocktails for your parents. All right. So 1 ounce lemon juice. And then, I'm going to get started with this one. Pineapple juice.
Yeah.
All right. There's a can of pineapple juice up here. There it is. We need 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice. That's a lot of pineapple juice. And this is doubled. So we're going to go with 3 ounces of pineapple juice.
Yum.
She said.
Yum. Star says yum.
I say yum.
Pineapple juice.
Means you start off with 1/3 of an ounce, then you double it to 1.5 ounces.
What?
No.
Doubling a
It's
third of an ounce?
ounce and a half doubled is
It's
3. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't clear.
You weren't listening.
She doesn't do math. It's okay.
So
So that was 3 ounces, right? 1 ounce, 2 ounces together. That's 3 ounces.
Yeah.
Now we need an ounce of unaged rum. This is unhelpful. Well, okay, it's not entirely unhelpful. But if you're talking unaged rum, there is a world of difference between, oh, I don't know, this white overproof Jamaican rum here called Ray and Nephew. There's the Demerara 151, or I pulled something else to use. Oh, right. Or, yes, the Vitae Spirits dark rum. Wait, it's dark. But these guys at least look like unaged rums. This doesn't look like an unaged rum. Yeah, but how did they get this coloration? In collaboration with our neighbors, Ace Biscuit and Barbecue, a bit of molasses and toasted oak to round the body and produce its enchanting color.
I feel enchanted.
Yeah, this is, near as I can tell, this appears to be an unaged rum, but it's dark in color. We're going to use it. By the way, Vitae rum is available at your local ABC store, if you happen to be local. If you're not, it's not available. Yeah, you're pretty much SOL. Although if you want some, pick some up before you leave. Yeah. There you go. We have one.
I'm a plane. I can't.
You can. You just have to check baggage.
Keith says it's new math.
It's new math.
God. Thank you, Keith.
All right, so normally that's 1 ounce. We're going to go 2 ounces, right? Because we're doubling. All right, that's all good.
You already went through that, man.
We went through that math. And then the reason for this cocktail and the reason it is in consideration for the party is because of this ingredient right here.
What's that?
Vinegar.
Vinegar? Ew.
It's a clear bottle of stuff. I don't know.
This is Phoenix brand Chinese distilled spirits. This is Baijiu from Taiwan. Baijiu is the #1 selling spirit in the world, and it is almost entirely unknown outside of China.
It's only because they have 1 billion people.
We
Yeah.
do have another comment from earlier from the whiskey sour. The egg white foam made me want to Rama's gin fizz, but I don't have heavy cream. I wonder what would happen if I substituted half and half.
It would be not quite as foamy, and you're probably not going to get it to rise above the glass, but it'll taste perfectly fine.
And Bruce says, does the Vita taste more like caramel than other white unaged rums?
It does a little bit because it's got molasses in it. It also has kind of a smoky characteristic because it's got burnt wood in it. Like burnt wood. Okay.
That sounds great.
All right.
And
Thanks.
Keith said, my kids brought me back a bottle from Taiwan.
I thought your kids liked you, Keith. So one thing is for sure is that Baijiu comes in many, many different flavor profiles and is actually distilled in slightly different ways regionally around China. And as a consequence, this bottle is not necessarily indicative of any other Baijiu you might find, especially since it's Taiwanese Baijiu as opposed to mainland China Baijiu. So, you know.
But it's what we could get at an ABC.
It is what we could find at an ABC. We have not found that many Baijius around in other places either, so...
Did you bring any back when you went to Taiwan?
We did not. We were young and neophytes when it comes to drinking at that time.
We had never heard of baijiu when we were in Taiwan, and our hosts did not drink baijiu. So
Because our host is smart. Just kidding. No, actually, our host is smart. That's not the part I'm kidding about. Doug, if you're watching this, I know you're smart. All right, so here we go. This is a blended drink, and it actually says blend till smooth. We're not going to get this smooth because I'm not going to... Wait a second. Hold on a moment.
wait, when I redid the bar, I put the blender here.
The blender's back.
Did you put a sock in the blender? What?
No, it's a neckerchief.
Bandana.
Yeah. So one of the nice things about putting that neckerchief in there is that otherwise this glass is kind of, well, clear, and I will sometimes miss that it is there and smack it. But if I have something in there, then it's opaque. So there, that's why I do that. Also, sticking a neckerchief in there will soak up any residual liquid that might be left in after you've cleaned it and dried it.
It's okay, Dunder. I know it's a different sound.
It's a scary sound, Mom. It's scary. Oh my God, scary.
As bad as the vacuum cleaner.
Scary, Mom. All right, what does this taste like?
Bruce says Pooch doesn't seem to be a fan of the Vitae, even though he picked it over the other two.
What I was worried about by picking the other two is that either one of them would have totally overpowered the cocktail. The 151 easily would have just left a burning, gaping hole where your throat used to be. And we're going to use it later. So there we go. We've got this little baijiu drinky here. It maybe needs more ice because it doesn't. It's not really slushy, but we're just going to drink it the way it is. All right.
Gwen, you want to try this one?
Sounds good. As long as we're talking friends.
We get the clean glasses.
You all get the clean glasses. So you haven't seen these in a while, but we do have them still. Becca, thank you very much, Becca, for doing these original tiki mugs for us. And yep. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pour this over a little crushed ice. We have a dancing Gwen for you for your entertainment.
No, you don't. I'm not on screen.
Maybe.
For our entertainment.
Audience.
Maybe I was speaking to the studio audience. Yeah.
If you wanna see Gwen dance, you gotta come on down.
Or you could just look.
Extra.
Or you could look her up on Tumblr or.
There's another one, of course. Anyway. There's
Y'all-
one I had to Google. I was
Y'all want straws?
Yes,
No,
please.
straws are for weaklings.
I want a straw.
Reach back here. Got this guy. Oh.
My hair's so clean using Neutrogena.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So let's see straws. What have we got here? We have sort of a lavender straw, glass straw. You can put that in there.
What's that one?
We have a green glass bamboo straw.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's green. It looks kind of blue, but that's just the lighting, right?
It's all the greens.
There I go. See?
Who am I sharing this with?
I don't know.
Me.
Y'all are sharing over there. We got those two cocktails. And here's a red glass straw. All of these straws, by the way, are from Surfside
Sips. One,
Sips.
and I'll share with both of you.
So if you missed that, these drinks are all, or these drinks, yeah.
Straws.
These straws are all from Surfside Sips. And they're very cool, and we love Surfside Sips. And if you buy straws from Surfside Sips and you type in Lovecraft as the promo code, that's LOVECRAFT, you will get a 20% discount, and we get a little kickback that helps us buy more of their straws. So there you go. It's a nice circle of life kind of thing.
You have a winner.
Yes.
We have a winner. She likes that. Star of you tasted
We
it.
like it.
We like it.
We all like
We.
it, y'all.
We all have a use for Baiju. Yay.
Jen, do you want to sip?
I'd like a sip.
Really?
Good thing
Man.
you don't have to drive anywhere. Wow. I have to walk up 3 slides. You can crawl.
We'll help you up the stairs tonight.
Would you like your own? Here, we're just going to set this here and someone else can have that. Apparently, my taste buds are allergic to Baiju because I don't want that.
Oh, okay.
Nope. All right, so the Baiju drink was not to my taste, but apparently other people liked it, and I would really like to use up my Baiju.
So we can have that at the party.
We can have that at the party. And I'm actually okay if we end up using up the entire bottle of Baiju. We know where we can get more if need be. Or we probably know friends that are heading in areas that have different varieties of Baiju and can get us
Or we
different-
can taste other Baijus at
make a determination if any of them are to my liking.
because I know Zach has a number of Baijus.
Got it. All right, so that's a hit.
Yeah.
Ish. I mean, so here's the thing on putting together party menus. So first of all, don't do what I do, which is put together cocktail menus with somewhere between 6 and 8 cocktails on them. Like, keep yourself to 3 or 4 in a large punch, or maybe 1 or 2 large format cocktails. Otherwise, you'll find yourself mixing a whole bunch of cocktails behind the bar constantly. I happen to enjoy doing that, and it's my way of socializing with friends. Ta-da! But if you don't want to do that, cut it down to 3 or 4 drinks. But here's the deal. Not every one of those drinks has to appeal to everyone at the party. If you do a nice variety of cocktails with a different, here's one that's spirit forward, here's one with a bit of unusual flavor to it, like I'd say the Baiju cocktail is one that has an unusual flavor to it. You do one that is much more fruity forward or citrus forward, and now you've got the gamut covered. You'll find something that everybody likes, but don't try to do drinks that everybody at the party will like, because people have different tastes, and that's not going to
sometimes
work
when
for
you
you.
make a bunch of drinks, people take a challenge and need to try them all.
Chris.
And Zach.
That-
No,
that-
Zach was short by 1.
Zach was short by 1.
That's
Well,
right.
he's shorter than Chris.
Oh, okay.
And I am fully of the belief that part of that issue was having Zach and Chris at that event. But, that's
And Chris only had to go up 3 flights of stairs.
right.
As opposed to
Zach
have
had a
his wife
designated
pour
driver.
him in a car and take him home.
Right. So we're going to put this to the test here. So we're going to go a half ounce, or no, we're going to go a full ounce of the Seedlip.
Uh-huh.
And then we are going to double that. We're going to go 2 ounces of pineapple juice.
Uh-huh.
We're going to go 3/4 of an ounce of lime. Right. And Jen, you like your cocktails on the sweeter side, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's add a little bit of grenadine to this. Let me shake up this grenadine here. There we go.
Now, this is not the standard Roses grenadine. This is
Oh God,
Peach's
no.
home combination.
Yep.
Cool.
This is actually made from pomegranates. Because that's, everybody seems to think the grenadine is cherry flavored. No, actual grenadine should be pomegranate flavored. It's essentially pomegranate syrup. That's what it is.
Elizabeth says everyone is shorter than Chris.
Well, there is that. Oh man, that's like, got to do something with this mat. Actually, I think what we need to do is get rid of this mat and get a new one. That would be the right course of action here. Are you okay with just a hint of alcohol, like a couple of dashes of bitters? All right. What do we got here? Got orange bitters. We've got tobacco bitters, plum bitters, peach bitters? Peach bitters?
Peach and pineapple?
Peach and pineapple?
I don't know.
V8 splash up there. That's about the same.
Do you want peach with pineapple?
Apparently she does, because I just made it.
Okay.
Now she does.
Now she does.
Yep.
Yes, she says yes. Magic ingredient. What's the magic ingredient, Pooch? What's the ingredient? What's it? What's in the vial? What's in? Salt. It's a saline solution. Of the shaky shaky sound?
Or the blendy blend sound. So lots of bartending that Thunder does not like. Too bad.
You like
Loud stuff.
loud and stuff? Oh my god, it's loud. What am I doing? Oh, okay, we're gonna strain this into here. It's kind of pinkish, kind of brownish. Pinkish brown. That's not a good look. Sorry. There's a reason why most tiki mugs are opaque. We're gonna do that. Jeez. Here, open this for me, please. Always open the bottle before the show. There we go. I loosened it for you.
Yep.
Okay.
Sticky.
Excuse me?
Covered in jam.
We'll do that. This can go here. We're just going to drape a little orange over that. And then we're going to grab a pick. A pick! I need a pick.
My kingdom for a pick.
Is it a Dizzy Diva pick?
Well, I haven't picked it out
Oh,
yet.
you should use one with the head.
Excuse me?
Why are we
You know what I'm talking about?
tonight? I mean, what?
But that's really tall. You mean these?
No.
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 The yellow one.
Oh, those. All right. Yes, I should. Right. Oh, we'll do this one. That'll work.
Don't get on camera. Jen.
Just looking. All right. Got the sticky, yummy stuff all over my fingers, but it's yummy. There you go. You get a cocktail cherry. Woohoo. And the pick is by Dizzy Diva, and it's a Lego head.
Yay!
And yes, the Lego head, the hair on them is interchangeable. So I could put like a stormtrooper mask over the girl here on the...
Aw.
That's very
So
cute.
what do you think of your drink?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, I'll try it. It's a little tart, a little sweet. Yep. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it's all right. You want a straw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be special and have a straw like the rest.
Okay.
Pride straw?
Ooh, that'll work.
Okay. Here we go. We have a pink glass Pride straw. It's got the Pride flag on
I
it.
know we're no longer in Pride Month, but
Hey, Pride,
care.
you should show Pride every month, not
Yes.
just during Pride month.
Every day of the year. It's like Christmas.
yes.
We get Christmas every day of the year?
Yes.
What? Maybe. Man, I am making a total mess of this bar over here. All right. So, that's the Baiju cocktail and then a special non-alcoholic or really low ABV cocktail that did in fact use the Seedlip in it for Jen
Which is much better
as a
than
mixer.
cocktail.
Yes. Next cocktail. Also up on the possibilities for party. That rye is really yummy.
You want to try it?
Oh, sure.
Oh, we have a report from Elizabeth.
Hmm?
Drink complete. Can confirm. Ramos Gin Fizz with half and half is just as yummy, but the foam is wimpier.
I like that.
And did I call it?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Everyone also likes Jen's drink.
Okay, yay. So next up, we are going to do a drink that we have had before. We've even done it on the show before, I believe, and it was really yummy. And I just want to double check that it is still really yummy, because sometimes taste buds change. And it has as a bizarre ingredient in it, red vermouth. So we're going to give this a shot. I mean, red vermouth is used in a lot of cocktails. It's not used in a lot of tiki cocktails, and that's what makes this unusual. So the cocktail starts with a ½ ounce of orange juice. Also, if you've been watching, not one of my favorite cocktail ingredients, because orange juice is just kind of, well, wimpy in terms of...
Insipid is what you have said.
Insipid, yes. Then we need the same. We need a ½ ounce of lemon juice here. And we are, of course, doubling all of these. So there's an ounce. And there's an ounce. Oop, there you go. We're out of lemon juice. That's fine. There better not be any more cocktails requiring lemon juice tonight, which means I cannot mess this up. Eek. It also requires lime juice. Same proportion. So 1 ounce of lime juice and 1 ounce of lime juice. So last night we made daiquiris, and
They were yummy.
I saved. We had some lime juice left over, and all I did was I took about an equal proportion of brand new fresh lime juice and added it to that container. So that's, you don't have to throw away your lime juice just because it's 24 hours old, right?
You just need to freshen it up.
You need to freshen it up. After 48, toss probably. Okay, what else do we need here? We need a ½ ounce of orange curacao. Good thing I refilled my bottle last week. So ½ ounce of orange curacao. We're using Pierre Ferrand dry curacao. Curacao is one of the sweetest of the orange liqueurs. There we go. There's a full ounce of dry curacao in each one of those. Now, we've been making some simple drinks on the show recently. This isn't going to be one of them. This is, let's get back to the roots. Let's throw a zillion contents into this cocktail, right? So what?
Thanks, Elizabeth, for doing the important field research.
On the Ramos Gin Fizz with half and half. Yeah, so, if you don't care about how your Ramos Gin Fizz rises above the glass, make it with half and half. Yeah. All right, creme de cacao. When I read this recipe and I went creme de cacao and red vermouth, I was like, what are you doing to people here? But it seems to work, right? So we're going to go an ounce each, right? Because there's usually a ½ ounce. So there's an ounce.
You still working on yours? Okay. Are you still working on yours, or you're done?
There we go. Dun, dun,
Is your whiskey
dun.
sour done?
There's the creme de cacao.
Still filled my nose.
You can still feel your nose?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Grenadine. Next up is grenadine. Again, homemade grenadine. Guys, sorry, I got to stare here at the proportions. I wrote them in small lettering. It's a 1/4 ounce, so that means a ½ ounce in each one of these. Darn. 1/4 doubled is half.
Is that new math again?
This is old math. It's right.
Older than us.
It is, in fact, older than us, yes.
Amazing.
Amazing. All right, after that, we need vermouth. And I looked in vain for my mid-sized bottle of vermouth, but I couldn't find it. So we're going to go with the little guy here.
I can go look, but we've got that cracked.
We've got that cracked. It is cracked. And so we are using Carpano Antica. because it's pretty much the red vermouth I keep on hand. And look at that. One airplane bottle is 2 ounces. Ta-da!
Now we know.
And
Bruce says chocolate and orange, always a good combo.
chocolate and orange, but then you're adding vermouth. So I don't know which we're doing here.
And Soprod makes a chocolate orange liqueur.
They do. They make a chili chocolate liqueur as well. All right. Next up on the list of strange ingredients. Hey, I warned you. I did. I warned you.
You did.
Diamond Distilling, 151 Demerara. It says 1 ounce, so we're going 2 ounces in each one of these bad boys. Ooh, baby. Gotta love this, right? Gotta love it. This is gonna live up to the reputation of, whoa, that's a tiki drink. All right, there we go. There's 2 ounces of 151. Nice. So, we're all done, except for, what's the last ingredient? Oh, yeah, 123 proof Cuban rum. Whoa! 1 ounce, doubled as 2 ounces. We are using the Lost Spirits Cuban-inspired rum. And we are only going 1 ounce and 3/4. Why? Because this isn't 123 proof. This is also 151. We're gonna have fun tonight. Yes, we are. And then that's it. We're gonna shake these. That's what we got to do. Shaky, shaky. All right, so 3 ice cubes. I need more than 3 ice cubes. Thunder, you okay over there, buddy? No. Dad, you're making noise. You can't be too bothered. You're still down here. Okay, so let's lid these up. There's 1. There's 2. We're gonna get to use long straws.
Yay, line straws.
This will be the You all right there? You good? You seem like you were slipping a little. All right. Talk to your drinks. It's like plants. They like it. I'm going to love drinking you. You're going to go get in my belly. All right. Whew, that's cold as I peel my hands off of those.
So Elizabeth says, I'm going to need to try chili chocolate liqueur, my favorite pairing.
Do.
Elizabeth says this drink sounds quite dangerous.
Danger, Will Robinson. So, this marks another first in the post-interregnum era. Well, it's actually a couple of firsts.
Yeah.
One is, this is the inaugural usage of our Millennium Falcon glass. All right, how cool is that?
I am unworthy.
2, we
have a punch bowl.
We have a punch bowl. We are going to be doing communal drinking for the first time since COVID.
Live and on air?
Right.
No, we're going to carry it off camera.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. There should be another straw in there for me so that I can get some.
Oh, baby, it's about time you got some.
Yeah. Okay. we're just gonna garnish this with the. It needed oranges, right? So we're gonna do this. Now, normally, for punch-like drinks like this, it's often common to do like a little volcano or something and do like a lime cup with something burning coming out of it. There are no flames in space, so therefore the Millennium Falcon not burning. But I'm going to take a sip from our punch bowl.
That bowl is epic.
It is kind of epic, and I'm just happy that we can do a communal bowl again. I hope you guys are all okay with a communal bowl, right? Yep, all right, yes. I mean...
Elizabeth says Chua makes a chocolate chili Pop Rocks chocolate bar
Pop rocks?
that she is obsessed with.
Wow, no doubt. No pain here.
There's Peter Gunn playing. Oh, wait. Would you go to the back room and get the jar of Peninsula cherries?
Yes.
Cherries.
So that I can use these.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have a special treat here for you in the garnishing world. So I'm also, by reaching for a garnish, I am also letting this sit and let the flavors sort of meld together a little bit. Oh, that's a bitey drink.
Is that a bitey drink?
It's a bitey drink. But it makes me mighty so that I can open the jar of Peninsula Premium cherries. And then I can take one of these cherries, you're watching closely, with its gooey ickiness on there, and I can take this. This is a cocktail pick. It's got a stormtrooper hat on it and a spiky pole on the top, so you can put your Peninsula cherry like that and have it drizzle blood down the face of the stormtrooper. Because, yeah, that's just cool. Although it's just going to drip all over the Millennium Falcon, and it's going to be a total mess, but
that's all right.
It's all right. We're doing it anyway. And who makes these?
That's Bare
Bones Tiki, who we got to see because they ran camp. They ran one of the
room parties. Bungalow parties at...
Oh, God, that's so good. Ah, you. There we go. So that's there. At Ohana. Now, normally, if you were going to use these, you would want a tall drink, so they sit up like this. But we're just making a mess here.
We are making a mess. What straw did you use? That one? Okay.
I'll yank my straw out of there.
I'm going to carry the punch bowl to the table via the camera.
Tiptoe to the table with the punch bowl. All right, so we got everything. We got orange juice, we got lime juice, we got lemon juice, we got curacao, creme de cacao, we got grenadine, red vermouth, 151 proof Demerara, and 123 proof.
Gwen, you're going to have to move over to the table because we're not passing this.
This ain't being passed. Because it's the fastest ship in the quadrant, so there's no passing the Millennium Falcon. Normally we do 3 cocktails here, and we've already done the whiskey sour. We did a non-alcoholic cocktail for Jen, which I probably need to refresh. We've done the...
Yes, Elizabeth, my microphone was off after I washed dishes, but it's back on.
We did the Wahine cocktail. Wahine cocktail. So we are at an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut here at an hour. I do have one more drink that I was planning on doing this evening.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
But it's yummy, right?
It's delicious.
It's delicious. So I'm going to hold off on this drink. A, because we're already hitting overtime. B, because that's got some kick to it, and there's a lot of it, so we should...
We've not had dinner.
There's dinner upstairs, man. We've had a good time. Yep, having a good time.
Woo!
Yeah. Do you want like crushed ice in there or something to dilute it down a little more? You're good? Okay.
That might be good.
Okay. All right. We can do that. All right, folks. Oh, what is Cthulhu smoking here? He is not actually smoking. This is a coffee mug. Well, okay, it's a mug with a smoking hot beverage in it. We don't know what it says. And it says, I heart craft. And he's reading a copy of the Necronomicon. And that's a Ray Van Tilburg original. Yes, this is the man, he and his wife started Off-World Designs, which are, if you've been to a science fiction or fantasy convention of any size in the last 30 years or so, there's a decent chance that they were either doing the con t-shirt for that event or they were selling t-shirts at that event. And
if you buy convention t-shirts or shirts at conventions, you probably have one of their shirts.
Yes, almost assuredly. And besides just that, Ray is a fantastic artist. I mean, he does stuff like that, which is just freaking cool. And I kind of keep an eye on the stuff that he does and drool over it. And every once in a while I go, do I really need a print of that King in Yellow thing that he did? Maybe I do. I don't know. Anyway, remember, we're getting close to the end of the cocktail hour, which means we get to do our signature sign-off line.
The end
is nigh. And that's it for us for episode 166. Only 500 more episodes to go till we get to episode 666. I don't know what we're doing for that episode. Probably knocking on our coffins to say, let me out, let me out. We will talk to you at some point in the future, some indeterminate time in the future. Adios. Talk to you later. And oh no, I can't.
You don't have a drink?
I have no alcoholic beverage in front of me. I have this. I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. We can't sign off without me drinking, apparently.